the wind moves in that spiral as well. So it was the concept of that. And you can even see the crow, like the kettles, they are corals, because the kettles with my culture, it's when they believe that that's where probably our ancestors normally do come. When you want to talk to them, you go to the crow. Our fathers, our grandfathers, they will go to the crow and connect with their ancestors through that. But then that's when it comes in as when you realize that, okay, the same crow that they're talking about, it's in a round shape. It's not in a four-corner shape. So there must be something going on there. There must be something that we have to investigate and understand why the older people used to do those things. Because it's not by coincidence that they do those things, but because we wait for scientific ways to start saying that, oh, by the way, these are the findings, this is what we established. And then it makes it easy, and it makes you feel comfortable by following that practice, because you're thinking that, oh, because it has been written in Dr. So-and-so book, then I will go with it. Coming to meditation, I know meditation also has some aspect to where probably they're thinking it's a thinner line of good and evil. I always say it's up to your mind how you take things. It's up to you. It's your choice whether you go for evil or you go for good. You might be using some practice or maybe something concept that people will be like, oh, we're not going to go there because they are being told otherwise, or no, don't go there. But then you ask yourself that, okay, let me just try to the similarity between the two. When you meditate, you sit quietly, you talk through your mind, you manifest. And then when you pray, on the other hand, you're doing the same thing. It's the same practice, but the difference is who gives the information, if you know what I mean. When you pray, you do certain positioning, you take a positioning, you pray. Same as meditation, you do a certain positioning, you pray. You talk through, obviously, with your mind, consciousness. But don't you see the similarities in these things?
Yeah. You see, it usually call for reflection, no? Also because what you were saying just now, uh, it depends on what is our frame of reference, what is helping us to see what is around us. Everything really is around us. It's just that we are so blind not to see them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, a good example would be like the radio wave. You
Yes.
see, the wave, the information that you and I are communicating, there is no really line that is connecting you in UK and me in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
We are just speaking into the air.
Mm-hmm.
This air, and it is not only what I'm saying and what you are saying that is in the air. This air is full of a lot of information.
Mm-hmm.
The only one we can see and hear just now are the one that we have the tool to be able to read.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean that these are the only ones that are available. Now, let's go back in time. Say maybe, for example, like 200 years ago, or let's say 2,000 years ago, let me be abundant. At that time, these tools were not available. Say maybe at that time, people in South America and people in Africa, they were talking, they wanted to hear each other. They will not be able to hear each other. But it doesn't mean that that was not possible. It was already possible, just that we didn't have the way of manifesting it in reality.
Mm-hmm.
In the time to come, more technology will be invented, and we will be able to read more into what is even potentially possible, which means everything is there. But what is our frame of reference? What is helping us to see the yellow pink, the yellow that is right in front of you that you haven't yet noticed? What is helping you to see the sound that is echoing very close to your ear just now, but you haven't paid attention? Because until you pay attention, you think it is not there, but it is there.
Yes.
It has always been there.
Definitely.
You see, I think that is why it is also important that as Africans, we need to understand that our frame of reference should be the one that reflect us, because this is where we are going to be able to even question reality based on our our sense of orientation. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say
I
here.
do.
That you also said something important, that it is good that you write. It doesn't even matter whether your book is going to end up as in Oscar, it's going to be the bestseller. It's not, that is not even what is important. What is important is that you just communicate what you have there. That is all you have to do. Leave it there.
Yes.
Someday, some other person is going to read it. He's going to get the message.
Mm-hmm.
You see, when the Egyptians were painting on the wall, they didn't imagine us. They couldn't see us. But
Yes.
they know somehow that somebody is going to benefit from what they are doing. That is why they do those nice choreography of their imagination. Now, when we look at it, we can see how they were.
Yeah.
But what if they didn't do it? They will still be dead by now.
Mm-hmm. True.
You see, so it is good that we need to we need to develop our tools to be able to read reality according to our senses and sensibility.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I don't want to prolong
And
that. Yeah.
a very, very good point that you have just raised, that we manifest. The question that probably has it's very gambling with African people is that, how do you manifest? What is the important tool in your body that you manifest through? And this comes back again, it goes back again to the importance, the power of a mind, and how we have to protect that. So with our mind, obviously, that's where our thoughts go. And with the thought, it goes to our mouth. And then we say the word. We are creating. We are creating what needs to be manifested. But it comes straight from the thoughts. It comes straight from the mind. And that's why in my book, I say the mind is the power that nobody can even take away from you, but you can take your mind away from you. Saying that, it's because of, now we're talking about colonialism, slavery. And to be honest, Obihi, nobody was going to have powers to do that if you were confident about your mindset. And we know that these slaveries and colonization happened with the help of our own people as well. So these are the things that we've got to understand, that it's not for the fact that it's not because of the other race was clever, intelligent, or powerful than us. It's because we betrayed ourselves. We
Thank you
betrayed
so much.
ourselves.
Thank you so much. Anyway, I just want to quickly add something to that before you continue.
All right.
You see, you are speaking from the position of power. That is called power.
Yes.
In that you need to realize that you are a contributor to what brings you to your position you are today.
Yes. Yes.
Because if you do that, it means you can change it today if you want.
Yeah, true.
Another position, the opposite position, is to believe that somebody bring you to where you are today.
Mm-hmm.
And the consequence of that is that you are powerless. You cannot change it.
Mm-hmm.
Please go on.
Yes. Yeah. And so it totally, I agree with you. But whatever position that you're in, it's what you've manifested and what you've shapen your present position, and you can shapen your next positioning. But obviously, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can do that mainly by yourself. You do it through God as well, because obviously, who are you asking, and who are you manifesting? Who's manifesting these things that you're trying to manifest? Who's bringing them to you? So the mind, it's a very, very critical tool for everybody to think through and create through. You create with your thoughts, you create with what you say with your mouth, what has been transferred from your thoughts. So that's why we've got to be very careful of the things that we think about and the things that we see and the things that we say.